Hello, everybody. This is Joanne Lysiak. I am so excited to be here tonight. I am with Empower Coaching Network, and here's what I do as a lifestyle and a life transformation coach. I help aspiring coaches, I help coaches and practitioners, and also driven women and men to reach their life vision, to live their life vision, and get greater happiness and fulfillment. So here's how I do it. I help people by first help them identify and uncover what they truly want in their life. I mean, really go within deep and find out what their true desires are for their life. Then what we do is we uncover what's holding them back, which is always their subconscious beliefs, and we eliminate them, release them energetically, and let them go so they can create new beliefs that are in alignment with their vision and their aspirations. And then we create some really meaningful and purposeful goals that are important to them, create some new habits and actions, and then achieve it so they're happy and fulfilled in their life. So I want to welcome everybody here today to today's Facebook Live, which is how to move from failure to success. And this is going to be about the mindset. So stay tuned through the entire thing. I'm going to give you some steps to move through from failure to success. So if you're joining me live today, thank you very much. And if you would put your name and where you're from into the box, and any comments that you have or questions. And if you're listening to the replay, thank you for being here and supporting me. And the same, if you would put your name, put where you're from, city or country that you're from, and any comments or questions that you have for me, because I do check on a regular basis and I do respond back to everybody. So let's get started here tonight. So let's move forward with moving from failure to success. And we're going to address it in the mindset, because that's really where I help people the most, is in the mindset, because success actually begins in the mind. And if you can create it in your mind, you will move from any struggles you have to success. So what I want to start out with was failure. And when we think of the word failure, what comes up for you? Like, how does it sound? I mean, for me, failure sounds like a really negative word that I'm trying to avoid. And it has some bad, maybe subconscious beliefs attached to it, some programs from childhood that make me kind of feel uncomfortable when I think of the word failure. So when you think of the word failure, what if you reframed it? What if you decided to change the definition that you have of failure? So instead of you're a failure, you failed, you're a failure, why don't we reframe it to the fact that it's just a different outcome than you anticipated, than you expected. So you came in with a specific idea of what you wanted to happen, and it didn't turn out that way. And so automatically people say, well, I failed. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. But if you reframed it, that it wasn't the outcome that I wanted, but I can change it, I can tweak things, I can revise my plan, and then work on getting the outcome that I really want in a different way. So you got to think differently. You've got to change your mindset. So please sign in and let me know where you're from, and then I can answer any questions that you have. So reframe it. Now, these subconscious beliefs that you have, they're really from childhood. So let's kind of go back and think about where maybe these beliefs came from for you. So as far as failure, think back in school. When I was in school, we had the report cards, we had the pass or fail, we had the A's, the B's, the C, the D's. And so there was a stigma to the grades. And so you felt like a failure if you didn't have the right grades. You felt like a failure if you didn't have an A. You were an average student if you were a C. The kids that got the A's were considered, the smart kids in the class, the successful kids. And the ones that didn't, were kind of the failures. And so when you had your report card, you might have not felt good about it. Maybe when you gave the report card to your parents, they had some choice words. And so you created this feeling of not feeling great when things didn't work out for you the way that you had expected it to. And then we labeled it with the word failure. But in your mind, you've got to change that. You can change it by reframing it. And so think of it as that it's not attached to you, and it's about getting a different outcome. You know, when I started my business, everybody was saying to me, well, why do you want to start a business? Because, 80% of all businesses fail, which is true. The businesses do fail. But are they failing because they gave it their all and they couldn't really get it to what they wanted it to be? Or after they failed once and it didn't turn out the way they wanted, they gave up, they quit, and they just, turned in, their resignation to it. They decided they didn't want to do it anymore. They gave up, they lost interest in it, and they closed their doors. So it's not necessarily that they're a failure or their ideas are a failure. It's just that they gave it maybe one time and then they just quit after it didn't work out. They were fixated on one particular outcome and it didn't turn out that way. So they figured it wasn't going to work, instead of looking at other outcomes and other results and other plans, other strategies, other goals to get there. So the second thing is really look at what's in your subconscious and change that, because these subconscious beliefs are false beliefs. They came from other people. They came from, people that you considered your influencers, people that you looked up to, people that were authorities. And again, the whole system that might have been started with the pass and fail in school might be what's really holding you back. So as an entrepreneur, as a successful business person, you really have to change your mindset in the way that you look at things. So another thing that you really want to consider, I said that was going to be 3 steps. So the first one is to reframe what you look as failure. The second thing that you can do is that you can understand this, because all successful entrepreneurs will tell you this, that failure is just a part of the journey to success as an entrepreneur. It is part of the plan. If you're not willing to what we call fail, you're not going to succeed. It is part of it. So if you have a business and you've gone through this, think about it. Think about where you've had some challenges, some struggles. And then after you got through that, you realized it was just, a good experience for you because you learned some things. It was part of the process. We tend to think that we've kind of got this, attitude that things are supposed to turn out exactly as intended the first try, but that's not the case. Think of Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison had 1,000 attempts to invent the light bulb, 1,000 attempts. And he says he did not fail. He found 1,000 ways that he would succeed with the incandescent light bulb. So it's your thinking and the way you're positioning it in your mind that will, keep you in the game when you have your own business. Especially, or just really looking for, more advancement in your career. You're going to, as you get these positions and advancement, new responsibilities come in there. And so you have to look at things a little differently. It is a part of it. So don't get frustrated when things come up like that, when you have challenges or struggles. Look at it as it's part of the challenge. It's part of the process, and it's going to make you stronger and make your business even better and stronger than before. So just checking in with everybody here. If you would, just again, put your name and where you're from and any questions, and then I can answer any of your questions. And if you would, give me some likes. If you want to share this with people who you feel would really get value from it, please do. Some hearts, some likes, some loves, and we'll just keep going. And then also think about it as, if you're an artist, how many people out there are artists? We're all creators, first of all. We are all creators in our own life. We create our own life. But have you had any experience with maybe being an artist? Maybe you've done pottery, or maybe you've done painting. I used to be a jewelry designer for 13 years, and I was an artist for 13 years. And this analogy is something that I like to share with people, is that when you're an artist and you're creating something, when you might have your sketches, you might have your ideas in your head, but as you're doing it, things change. For instance, you uncover that maybe as a painter, you want to add, a different layout, or you want to add in some different texture, or you want to add in some different color schemes, or this color wasn't really working the way you wanted it to, that maybe you'll get a better effect. So you change it and you keep changing it. And then your first draft is not at all what the end result looks like. It was a process. Or maybe as a potter, you did the same thing. You had your sketches out, but then when you're working the clay, you decided, oh my gosh, I got a great idea. I'm going to do this instead. And then you did that, and then, oh my God, I've got another great idea. And you're with the flow and you're changing things. And so all of a sudden, your pot is different than you intended. But you're not frustrated. You're happy. You're excited to make these changes. As an artist, you understand it's part of the process. So think about your creation of your life is the same. You're an artist of your life. You're creating it. You're molding it. You're sculpting it. You're painting it. You are designing it. And so these little changes are part of the process. So embrace the changes. Embrace the fact that you could maybe come up with some new ideas, some new strategies, some new services, some new products, whatever it might be. And that'll get you to the result that you want. And then finally, step number 3 is to learn from your mistakes. I learned this from my mentor, Dr. M.T. Morter, and it was in the energy work and mindset work. And he used to say that you have to learn from your mistakes, that in every experience, there is a lesson to be learned. So let's just say that you call it a mistake, which it's not. It's just, again, a different outcome, but you call it a mistake. But learn from it. What can you learn from it? Because he used to say that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. They happen for your benefit. They happen for you to grow, for you to expand, for you to develop, for you to get some new ideas and some new experiences and grow as a person. So think about that. If you feel you failed in something, what did you learn from that experience? So think about, all these businesses that close their door, 80% fail. What if they decided to do things a little differently? What if they quit right before this big mistake and learning the lesson would have given them the big break? What if they would have stuck it out a little longer with some new ideas? So I want you to think about that for yourself. What if you could do things a little differently? What if you could tweak it a little bit, make some revisions, make some changes, learn some new things, integrate some new things, get some new thought patterns going, get some new habits started? Would that make a difference? Would that change your outcome and give you what you want so that you can then succeed? So really, the failure mindset, going from failure to success, it's really in the mind, and it's really where you got to start, is changing your thinking, changing your perceptions, changing your mindset, changing the way you look at things, the way you look at life, and the way you look at what's going on in your life. So again, to review, the first is that failure has nothing to do with you, that it's just a different outcome than what you expected. So reframe it. Reframe your thinking about that experience. The second is just acknowledge and understand that it is part of the path, that actually you get your biggest and best ideas after things don't work out. After things don't work out for you the way you intended, if you then think about some new ideas and implement them, you can have your biggest break ever. So think of Thomas Edison. Think about how he stuck it out and hung in there. Think of the artists that changed their designs. And then finally, the third one is to learn from your mistakes. what is the lesson that you can learn from this? What is the lesson that you can learn that you can integrate and implement so that you can do things differently and then be a success? So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I did a video for my coaching program on this topic, and I was just, really uplifted to share it on Facebook Live with everybody here. So what I want to just kind of leave you with is, what I do and how I help people is I really help them change their mindset and change their thinking. And is there an area for you where maybe you're stuck in a mindset that's not working, a failure mindset for you, that you're not good enough, you can't do it, you don't believe that you're unique, that you're special, that they can do it, but you can't. They have more than you. You don't have what it takes. You can change that mindset. And it's really simple and it's really easy. And I do it all the time, every day with my clients. I've done it for myself, done it for my clients for years. It's just identifying what it is and then doing an energetic technique to clear it out. And then the important thing is you've got to change your thinking and create new beliefs. New beliefs that you're a winner, that you're a success, that you can do it, and you have the capabilities, and you're intelligent, and you're bright, and things go your way, and they go for you. They're working out for your best and highest potential. And change that. So what I'd like to offer to people here on the call, or if you're listening to the replay, is if you are really ready to move forward, you've got some thoughts and patterns that are just not working. You're spinning your wheels, doing the same thing over and over. It's not working for you. You've got a business that is the business of your dreams, but it's not working for you. You've got a coaching practice and you're not making things happen the way you'd like. You don't have the right clients, enough money. All based on your thinking, all based on your patterns and your beliefs that are not yours, and you can change those. And for those of you that are interested in doing this and hearing about the coaching process, you can you can actually apply for a discovery session. And what we do in the discovery session, it's free, it's 30 minutes. And what I'll do is get to know you a little bit better, know your situation a little bit better, and then make some recommendations on how you can move forward and really see if we're a good fit, because it's important that, you've got to be a good fit, and I've got to be a good fit for you. You've got to be a good fit for me for this to really work. And then, see what your options are. So if you are ready, then you can just click on the link, or you can private message me as well. Private message me, and I'll get you started in my calendar. We'll set up a time. You'll get a questionnaire that you need to answer so that I can get some more information before we get started, and then we'll have our discovery session, and you'll at least learn some options and how you can move forward and create what you really want in your life. Because here's the thing, here's what I believe, is that all of us are unique, all of us are special. We're all talented, we all have gifts, and we all can do it. What prevents us is our subconscious beliefs. What gives another person the success is their mindset, their beliefs, their mindset. They believe in themselves. So it's just a matter of changing your mindset, changing your thinking, eliminating those beliefs, and getting focused on what you really want in your life. And you can make it happen, because I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen with myself. I've seen it happen with my clients. My clients go from failure mindset to success, and they go through it really quickly. They get to a success mindset right away. Things are happening in their life. They're achieving their goals. They're moving forward in their life. They're living their dreams. They're going on their dream vacations. They're creating the perfect career for themselves. They're addressing their health challenges and focusing on that and achieving their health goals. So people are making it in health, wealth, love, and spirituality and achieving their dreams and their goals. So I'd love to work with you. I've got some spots that I've just opened up. So click on the link, get on my calendar, and we'll schedule a time, and you'll go from a failure mindset to a success mindset and have the best time of your life. So thank you, everybody, for being here. People that are here live, thank you for being here. People that are on the replay, thank you, and thanks for your support. And again, feel free to share this with people that you know that could benefit from this, from some positive thinking and some steps to help them move forward. And again, comment and any questions that you have, or any comments of different topics that you would like me to cover, because I do Facebook Lives every week. So again, thank you, people, for being here. I so appreciate it. And everybody have a great day. Bye, everybody.